I have only eaten meat for 24 days, and I'm going to update you on all the things that are going on in my body. And then also take back the word only meat for 24 days, because there was a day where I had a Big Mac without the bun, but it still had the sauce, and inside the sauce was lettuce. And there was the disgusting cheese, and my body had a really nice way of saying thank you for that. Okay, so plan, and stick to the plan. When you are doing something like this, have a plan so that you don't end up in a position where your best choice, it maybe wasn't my best choice because I could have skipped the Big Mac sauce, but feels like a Big Mac with the sauce. Okay, all right then, what happened? I decided on Friday or like late last week that I was going to start painting the kitchen. And I got like hyper fixated on painting this kitchen. So on Saturday we had skating lessons, and then in the afternoon we had a birthday party. So my plan was to eat a big meal before the birthday party, and then we would be set till the next day. No big deal. But here I am painting in my kitchen, like in every spare minute that I have, to the point that like I didn't leave any time before the birthday party to cook. So I haven't eaten yet that day. And it is now like after the birthday party. I didn't have cake, I didn't have pizza, good job, Amy. And I'm hungry, my husband's hungry, my kid's hungry, and so we made this decision to go to get McDonald's because it was easy, right? When you don't stick to the plan, you find yourself doing things that are less ideal. And we got these Big Macs without the buns, and it had the sauce on it and the cheese. And the next morning I woke up with this huge cyst on my chin. So you can't see it because it's under the skin. It's a little bit red, but it's like half of my chin. It is giant. Anyways, hopefully that heals soon. I have been meat-based for 24 days. I feel amazing. There's so many things about my body that feels so much more vibrant and alive. The coolest thing is that I find myself living life instead of, on my phone watching other people live their lives. And I think this is a combination of the therapy I've been doing, being on Vyvanse to support my ADHD, and carnivore, because really starting carnivore has next leveled the things that I've been doing for like the last few months. I'm feeling amazing. You might have a few questions though, so I'm kind of going to go through this last week. We'll start with digestion. Everybody thinks that when you start carnivore, you probably aren't going to poop anymore because we're all told fiber equals pooping, no fiber, no pooping. The reality is I am most regular on carnivore out of any other way of eating that I have tried. This is a daily situation now, which is great. Even sometimes on keto, when I was doing like plant heavy keto with the big ass salads, things would just like stop in my digestion for days and days, and that sucked. I did not enjoy that. But on carnivores every day. Right now though, it is still too soft. It's too soft, which means I'm struggling a bit with my fat digestion. So I'm just keeping an eye on it. This can be part of the adaptation to carnivore, is your body getting used to the new digestion, what it takes to digest this food. If by the end of the month I'm still seeing my stools being too soft, I will take a digestive enzyme. And if you are somebody who is trying carnivore and in the bathroom too often with soft stool, adding a digestive enzyme should clear that up really quickly. Mine is only once a day, so it's fine, right? It's not like an issue. I'm on Vyvanse for my ADHD, and between carnivore and Vyvanse, my daytime appetite is like negative appetite, like thinking about food is unappealing to me, which means that gives me one meal a day to try and get in everything that I need for my body. I would like to be ideally 150 to 160 pounds, maybe 165, which means my protein intake a day should be 150 to 165 grams of protein in a day. Not grams of meat, but grams of protein, which is like 1.5 to 2 pounds, depending on the meat and the fat quantity, like in that meat. Anyways, that is really hard to do in one meal a day, and I am doing my best, but in general, I'm hitting between 100 and 130 for most meals. Long term, I don't think that that's a great thing for my body. So I'm playing with the idea of asking my doctor to lower my dose. That being said, if I'm only carnivore till the 24th of February, like having him switch my dose for like a month is a big hassle for everybody involved. And then having to go back to him and be like, oh, I'm not carnivore anymore. Please give me more Vyvanse. Anyways, my brain, things for me to figure out, but it is super important that we get our body what it needs. It needs to be something that we think about no matter how we're eating. So my body is becoming super sensitive to foods. As we said, I had the dairy reaction. And then last night I ran out of time to cook supper. So usually I would make like a mustard sauce for meat. I didn't have time to make the sauce. So I just used barbecue sauce, and I got like a rash around here. This happened last time I did carnivore. My body just was like, we don't want that right now. And this was a clean, like local brand barbecue sauce that did this, low carb. I'm just not there yet. Again, my gut is going to heal. But what I love about carnivore is once you get the inflammation out of your body is really quickly able to show you when what you fed it is something it doesn't want you to eat. When we are walking around in this state of chronic inflammation, like most people have this, when you eat something your body doesn't like, it's not obvious, right? So you're like, I don't have any food sensitivities. But when you sensitize your body by getting rid of all the things that cause inflammation, and then you try to bring those things back in, you can actually like hear your body say no or see it. Whether it's digestion, skin issues, whatever that is, it's super obvious. And this is why I love using carnivore as a reset when I work with clients, because we can sensitize their body and then explore foods, bringing them back in and seeing how their body responds, so we know what foods are yes foods and no foods. And when you don't eat no foods, you get this incredible amount of gut healing, because we're not attacking it all the time with foods that hurt it. And so your gut can heal, your leaky gut gets better, like your gut bacteria balance gets, like so many things get better when you do this well. What else do you need to know? My sleep was terrible. Oh yeah, my cycle was crazy because I am dealing with the week before Shark Week. So I've had some signs that my progesterone is struggling, and I am working through, like, is that because of not having carbs, being ultra low carb, or is there other stress in my life? And right now I think it's because for some reason my sleep got really bad for a few days, and it all ties into like the same period. Is this because my progesterone was low that I had bad sleep, or was it my progesterone was low because I had bad sleep? I'm not sure. I started taking my sleep supplement. I no longer have the signs I was having of like PMS and spotting. Both those things have gone away with 2 good nights sleep. And yeah, just listening to our body. Again, our body always tells us what we need to know if we know how to listen. So low progesterone, symptoms of spotting, PMS are very clear that your body is in a stress state, because progesterone thrives when you're not in stress. So what was happening that was causing stress? And that becomes my job to figure out. And the last thing that you would want to know is weight loss. So I've been doing this for 24 days. In 24 days, 16.8 pounds have come off my body in water weight and fat. What is which, I don't know, but this is awesome. I know that most of this is water weight, because in that first 7 days, it was like 10 pounds of water that came off. And you don't lose 10 pounds of fat in a week. Nobody can do that. Unless maybe you starved yourself. Like, don't do that, folks. But it would be really hard to lose that much fat in a week, just because of the laws of thermodynamics. They still exist. The last 2 weeks have been about 2 pounds each. I am happy with that. That is a good number that tells me that I am not under eating, and I'm mostly getting what I need to eat in that one meal a day. Okay, I'm going away now. If you guys have questions, please let me know in the comments. I'm here to help. Thank you for watching this long video. I am happy you are joining me and following along on this carnivore journey.